Hello, my name is Jeremy, and I'm going to show you how I like to use GitHub, and that's through VS Code. So let's get started. First, I'll open my VS Code, and right here is where you control GitHub. I'm not too sure how I set this up, but because I did this a long time ago, but I'm sure at this point in your class you have this set up and this already configured. And we'll just start a new project. I like to start new projects is I use a terminal. Well, then we'll go to the file. Open a folder where my file's at. This is SDC445. We will select that folder. Now we'll open up a terminal. Perfect. I like to use Vite. Vite is just a package software that downloads the proper packages. It's just a way to get React on your machine. And so you just say npm create Vite, I think, at latest. Sometimes I have to go to the docs to figure this out, but I'm pretty sure this will work. If not, I'll have to go to docs. Ah, it worked. Look at that. So then I put the project in, discuss. Say discuss week. Do this week 4. This is why I like to use Vite, because you can also download Angular for you or all these other ones. So it's kind of a one place to use everything. I like to just use JavaScript, which is same as TypeScript. I don't know why they call it different, but it uses Babel to convert over to TypeScript. And there we go. So I have it all installed. So now I just have to cd into the folder I just created. And then npm install. And done. Eventually. And while it's doing that, I can go grab the folder. Because this looks weird, I imagine. It's this class, I believe I put it in. There we go. By the time I grab the folder, it should be somewhat completed. There we go, got my node models. Let's see how my terminal's doing. Perfect. Difference between, I'm sure what you're using and what I'm using is how to launch it. So I do npm run dev. That's not how you spell run, dev. There we go. And that will launch the Why didn't that work? It does not recognize the internal external command. And div. You know, I might have messed up by changing folders. Let's see if this works. I think I interrupted it. Yeah, pretty sure that's what I did. Okay, now let's try this again. What did I say? npm run dev. Aha, there we go. So clearly you can't switch folders while it's installing your dependencies. So you just hit Control and I click on that. And then it just opens up my browser and shows me a quick website right there. Perfect. Now we create the project. I go to my source control on your VS Code, and you can initialize it. And what this does is creates this wonderful little repository for you. And before you commit anything and initialize, you probably want to, I have this set up so it automatically puts the node modules in for you, but this will ignore the node modules because it will save you a lot of database. It's pretty common practice. So now I just say starting my project in the comment. You have to comment, otherwise it will not let you continue. And then I'll say commit. and then publish my branch. This is first Git project. Publish. Now we're going to, you could say we could do either private or public. Let's make this private. Doesn't really matter because I'm going to delete this later. And then we're going to commit it, and then we're done. It should be on my Git file. So we'll just span this here. So I'm looking for it, and then go to my GitHub account, and then confirm that it worked. There we go. What I like about this is I can quickly create these branches. Because this project I'm having a little bit, I set it up wrong, so I had to dive back into some old code because I keep experimenting and failing. So if I want to create a different branch, go in here and I'll change my code. So let's just say I don't want all this craziness. Most of the time I actually keep this up because it looks cool. I will delete that because this is feet styling, not my styling. And this is the project that gives you all the logos, stuff like that. So, you know, I like to start fresh. I can delete that, but I'm going to delete this. Track logo, use state, sure. I don't use state here. Let's use on my other apps. Counter. Let's just create the counter. And then I like to delete everything, even the divs. That just gives me a fresh project. And I will say H1 here and say testing. Testing project. There we go. So after that, we'll see what that looks like. Probably very boring. Yes, very boring. And then maybe I'll just throw a background color into my styles. Be here. So we'll say background. Oops, it's the body probably. Yeah, let's do a really ugly aqua color. This is going to look terrible, but show the point. There we go. So this is the branch. Now I'm done for the day, and I just want to save this as a new branch. So that way I can go back to this branch if I screw something up, which has been known to happen. So I can come here. I can go Shift Control P. I don't know what it is on Mac. But Shift Control P, and you see here I can create a branch, and this branch name will be, sometimes I like to do I don't know, changed styles. It's hard to change styles, and then I like to say, I don't like using spaces, it's just bad juju. And put the date on. So 3/24. There we go. Creates my. So see how it created a new branch up here? And then we'll commit it. And then we have to say change spot. This is just a comment, so you can write whatever you want. It doesn't have to be the same thing, but I'm just going to say the same thing because this is practice. You'll get the point, right? Change styles. There we go. Publish. Now, I should have a different branch in my GitHub account. Once I refresh. There we go. Change styles. So this code will be different. Will be kind of preserved for me. So when I'm working on the main branch, which you've seen, a main branch. Oh, hidden on me. There we are. Scared me for a minute. On the main branch, we'll keep updating. So if I do something different, I don't know. What should I do different? Oh, my color thing from my recorder is in my way. There we go. Move that out of the way. So testing project 5. I don't know. And then I want to commit it. So it'll tell me what changed. So I changed something in my AP JSX. And let's put a change here and show you how that works. Oh, let's just say I want my H1s to be color of what color? Color. I don't know. Let's make it. We can actually see it brown. Definitely not a proper color palette, but you can see how it changed here as well. If I delete something, I don't want that background color because it just looks horrible. It will. I think you click on this. Oh, there we go. And then it'll show you what's been deleted, what's been changed. It's pretty cool little. It's going to get very confusing at the end of the day, but at least you can kind of see what you changed, what you deleted. You can convert back. But when you commit, you want to say changed. What are we going to say? Changed background color and font color. I believe you want to change this back to your main branch, because if you did on this branch, then that would change that branch. Unless you want to keep the main branch as local changes will be overwritten at checkout. No, maybe that's not the best practice to do that. Maybe you're supposed to create another branch. I guess that would make sense, right? Create branches every time. So we'll create a branch, and we'll say changed. Did I change background? Oh, well, let me just use this. It makes sense. It's probably not a very good naming regiment. Most likely you would do based upon dates or something. Yeah, you just, so you say changes, say week 2. Something like that. I think that'd be better. I think you'd quickly confuse yourself. And then this would be where you comment, and then you would say comment and you publish. Oh man, I forgot to say. Always goes into limbo if you don't do this. Oh, it worked. We'll see if it worked. Hope it worked. 2 branches. Oh, that's a good sign. I did create 2. There we go. Week 2. Week 1. So I can go to this branch. This should have my new code in it. Check it out here real quick. Source code. What did I do? I did change that to brown, deleted that. Yep, so that did work. We can go back to this one and see, I put 5 in there, so that did work. Anyway, that's how I use it. You can clone a repository, and I just go do it simply. So if I want this one, basically, I don't know why I'd want this one, but you have this really cool, copy that, and we'll go into our VS Code again, and my favorite little key combo, Shift Control P, git clone, paste, and it should bring it up. Oh, it wants me to save. That's why I have to save it as a new project. Oh, where am I going to save it? Let's save my desk. Questioning that practice. We'll save it. We'll save it here. And then open. Haven't done a clone. There we go. So now I have my course project. Hopefully. In sources. I have no idea what's in here. Oh, this is my Java. Well, penny game that I created through Java. Pretty cool. Anyway, so that did work. That's how I like to use GitHub. Anyway, have a nice day.